We are seeing that interest for Nvidia equipment is high to such an extent that getting the GPUs is frequently troublesome. I suppose I'm very worried about really having the option to get best-in-class Nvidia GPUs. Tech titan Elon Musk is known for being a vehicle fellow, a rocket fellow, an online entertainment fellow, and presently he's likewise a supercomputer fellow. Elon Musk says Tesla will spend above and beyond $1 billion toward the finish of 2024 on building an in-house supercomputer known as Task-Ilgo. In spite of the fact that supercomputers seem to be server farms, they're intended to perform computations and cycle information at very high paces. The two of them are tied in with increasing to extremely a lot of calculation. Nonetheless, as in a server farm, you have a ton of little equal errands that are not really associated with one another, though. For instance, while you're preparing an exceptionally huge computer-based intelligence model, those are not totally free calculations. In this way, you really do require more tight interconnection between those calculations, and the depth of information to and fro should be possibly at a lot higher transfer speed and a much lower idleness. As artificial intelligence, with its own supercomputer giant, Musk needs to utilize this supercomputing ability to work on Tesla's independent driving capacities, lastly follow through on the organization's years-long guarantee to offer robo-taxis for sale to the public. Supercomputers are additionally expected to prepare Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus, which the organization intends to use in its production lines beginning 1 year from now. With everything taken into account, Musk says that Tesla intends to burn through $10 billion this year on artificial intelligence. Musk's new simulated intelligence venture, xAI, likewise needs strong supercomputers to prepare xAI's chatbot Grok, which straightforwardly contends with OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini chatbots. A few of Musk's supercomputer projects are as of now being developed. In August, Elon Musk prodded Tesla's computer-based intelligence supercomputer bunch called Cortex on X. Cortex is being worked at Tesla's Austin, Texas Central Command. Back in January, Tesla likewise reported that it wanted to burn through $500 million to assemble its Dodo supercomputer in Bison, New York. In the meantime, Musk recently uncovered that xAI's monster supercomputer in Memphis, Tennessee was ready. CNBC needed to study what Musk wagered on supercomputers could mean for the eventual fate of his organizations and the difficulties he faces in the super-aggressive universe of artificial intelligence advancement. You've had supercomputers assuming you go to any of the public labs. They're utilized for everything from reenactment materials to disclosure, environment demonstrating, to displaying atomic responses, etc. In any case, what's special about man-made intelligence supercomputers is that they are altogether advanced for computer-based intelligence. Musk sent off xAI in 2023 to foster huge language models and artificial intelligence items like its chatbot Grok as an option in contrast to simulated intelligence apparatuses being made by OpenAI, Microsoft, and Google. In spite of being one of its unique organizers, Elon Musk left OpenAI in 2018 and has since become one of the organization's most extreme pundits. In June, it was reported that X would fabricate a supercomputer in Memphis, Tennessee to complete the errand of preparing Grok. It would address the city's biggest extravagant capital venture by a new-to-showcase organization in Memphis history. The declaration came closely following xAI getting $6 billion in Series B subsidizing, raising its valuation at the time from $18 to $24 billion. By early September, Musk declared that his preparation supercluster in Memphis called Monster was on the web. The supercluster is fueled by 100,000 Nvidia H100 designs handling units or GPUs, making it the most impressive computer-based intelligence preparing framework on the planet, as indicated by Musk. He proceeded to say that the group would twofold in size in the following couple of months. These GPUs have been around for some time. They got going in PCs and work areas to have the option to offload illustrations, work from the center computer chip. So this is a gas pedal. Assuming you return kind of 10 years of thereabouts. Quite a while back, web-based gaming was exploding and individuals needed to game at speed. Then they understood that having designs and the broadly useful of the game on a similar processor just prompted limitations. So it's an unmistakable errand to prepare an enormous language model. And doing that on an exemplary computer processor, you can make it happen. It works. Yet it's one of those models where the specific design of a GPU plays well for that kind of. Musk has ventured to propose that Tesla ought to put $5 billion into XAI. In any case, Musk has enormous designs for how man-made reasoning can change Tesla. In January, he composed on X that Tesla ought to be seen as a man-made intelligence mechanical technology organization, as opposed to a vehicle organization. Key to this change is Tesla's uniquely constructed supercomputer called Dogo, subtleties of which the organization first openly declared during Tesla's Computer-Based Intelligence Day show in 2021. There's an unquenchable interest for speed as well as limit with respect to brain network preparing, and Elon prefetched this a couple of years back. He requested that we plan a super quick preparation PC, and that is the way we began Task Dogo. During the organization's Q2 profit call last year, Musk let financial backers know that Tesla would spend more than $1 billion on Dogo toward the finish of 2024. A couple of months after the fact, Morgan Stanley anticipated that Dogo could help Tesla's worth by $500 billion. Dogo's principal work is to process and prepare computer-based intelligence models utilizing the tremendous measures of video and information caught by Tesla vehicles. The objective is to work on Tesla's setup of driver help highlights, which the organization calls autopilot, as well as its more hardy full self-driving or FSD framework. They've sold, 5 million or more vehicles? Every single one of those vehicles ordinarily has 8 cameras in addition to in it. They're real-time, all of that video back to Tesla. So how could they at any point manage that preparing set? Clearly, they can foster full self-driving, and they're drawing near to that. At an investor meeting this late spring, Musk guaranteed that Optimus could transform Tesla into a $25 trillion organization. However, not every person is persuaded. It's a fantasy of robots supplanting individuals. It's an elevated objective. The costs, don't sound excessively coherent to me. In any case, it's an extraordinary optimistic objective. Something could be groundbreaking for mankind in the event that he makes it work. I simply consider me an extremely weighty doubter on this robot. Regardless of this potential for Musk's supercomputers, the tech titan and his organizations have many difficulties to defeat as they sort out some way proportional to innovation and use it to reinforce their organizations. One such test is getting sufficient equipment. In spite of the fact that Tesla is planning its own chips, Musk is still exceptionally reliant upon Nvidia's GPUs. For instance, in June, Musk said that Tesla would spend somewhere in the range of $3 and $4 billion this year on Nvidia equipment. Here he is discussing the stock of Nvidia chips during Tesla's most recent monetary outcomes call. We are seeing that the interest for Nvidia equipment is high to the point that getting the GPUs is frequently troublesome. I suppose I'm very worried about really having the option to get cutting-edge Nvidia GPUs when we need them. And I think this thusly expects that we put much more exertion on Dogo to guarantee that we have the preparation capacity that we want. Regardless of whether Musk have every one of the chips he needed, not every person concurs that Tesla is near full independence and that Dodo is the answer for accomplishing this accomplishment. Dissimilar to numerous different automakers dealing with independent vehicles, Tesla has decided to renounce the utilization of costly LiDAR frameworks in its vehicles, rather settling on a dream-just framework utilizing cameras. The issues in FSD are connected with the sensors on the vehicles. Individuals that drive these vehicles report apparition hindrances out and about, where the vehicle will just abruptly slow down, or the directing wheel will change to the side as though you're avoiding something that doesn't exist. Assuming that you envision a white heavy transport truck that falls over, and it's a shady day, you have white on white in a situation that isn't effortlessly processed and handily perceived. Presently, a driver that is focusing will see this and hit the brakes hard. A PC, it can undoubtedly be tricked by that sort of circumstance. Thus, for them to dispose of that, they need to add different sensors onto the vehicles. They've been very against LiDAR. They need to change the major plan. Dodo won't fix that. Dodo is simply not going to fix the center issues in FSD.